So we have a guest besides me, VoidBurger, and Bob/Camok. We have Chip Cheesem hanging out with us.
Hi, welcome to the next episode of Let's Play the Wonderful 101. This is the Hinterlands. This is Operation 03. After that amazing boss fight, this is Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, this is my next Let's Play. Oh, it's so hard to keep track of my projects.
Get used to Jack saying, and like, oh well, and stuff. Look at his little outfit.
Whoa, costume!
Look at that little outfit, it's so cute.
That's nice, though.
It's adorable. This is Dancing Jack. You get it by beating the game once. Doesn't matter what your ranks are. It's pretty weird that the best costume is the easiest one to get. Doesn't make sense.
Is this red all of a sudden? Or what was that game with all the female characters from... Oh, whatever.
I don't know.
I'll look that game up.
The Vampire Brothers Shriveled Dicks.
Don't cut me off like that again.
So this is Hinterlands Part 1. There's lots of shit blocking the way. There's lots of entries and exits.
Oh, good. Is this maze-like?
You could say such a thing, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because, you know, if there's anything this game needed, it's more padding, more mazes.
Okay, I have a question about the maze.
Yes.
Are there points in the maze where you go into one door and it teleports you to another place that doesn't make sense?
Well, you'll see. I'll explain that.
Name of the game is The Path, by the way.
The Path.
Aha. Yeah.
So, this whole level is about fighting lots of guys.
Oh, I thought that was the whole game.
Yeah, you know. Just like, the level before this, and the level before that, and the level before that, and the level before that. Forever and ever and ever. So I'll be skipping as many as I can, and fast-forwarding through pretty much all of them. 400 speed this time, I think, not 350.
I'd like to know how much of the game you've actually fast-forwarded through.
You know, I'm not sure.
That'd be really interesting to know.
I should have been keeping a tally, shouldn't I?
So, because there's so many fights, and some of them last for a while, how long would you say this game is, altogether?
God, I don't know. I saw on GameFAQs that it's 33 hours. Apparently.
What?
Yeah. There was like no prize for doing that, by the way, that one we just did. What the hell?
Oh.
Waha!
We didn't get anything for doing that. Alright. Cool. So by the way, I'm doing this in the most streamlined fashion possible, which is hilarious that this episode's 22 minutes long and I did it as streamlined as possible. And I skipped so many fights.
Seems like a waste of time.
Oh, you're correct.
I love that, you know, all these enemies are spawning, but you can run past a lot of them, it seems. And it's just funny that the game's just like giving you a suggestion of gameplay, but you don't have to do it.
Yeah, it's weird like that.
Look, we put enemies here for you to fight if you wanna.
So about that map.
Okay.
This is it. That's us? We didn't come in from here. This is what...
Oh my god.
This is what it does.
Gee, oh.
So yeah, feel free to try to follow along at home. You know, screen cap that, keep it up, try to keep track of my little progress.
Can you do a choose your own adventure part right now, where one option is play and the other option is kill yourself?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you could do that at home.
So yeah, this is like an especially egregious bad game design thing they're doing. See, look, I'm over here now. That makes sense.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So I asked the question about whether or not the maze teleports you to places that don't make sense, because it's really funny. There is a so when I've seen this game before, because this was published by Capcom, right?
Yeah.
Developed by Capcom too. It's just funny to see this because it looks so much to me essentially like somebody around the same time went, we love Nightmare Before Christmas. We also had this popular franchise called Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what they did.
So how about we get like Dante, turn him into Jack Skellington, but also give you only 3 moves.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, this level is extremely similar to a level in Devil May Cry 4.
Oh, is it?
I mean, Devil May Cry 4 came out years after this did. But it's just funny to see that both this game and Devil May Cry 4 have a forest maze that you run through where you get teleported to other rooms that don't make any sense.
Oh, well.
And both levels are used for padding.
What
What
if Devil May Cry ripped off this game? I'm sorry, my
God.
This is just like more affect the game right now. Oh my god, everything is just flickering and it's ridiculous.
No. Look, this is colored now. It was black and white before, like a sketchbook. I appreciate that kind of design, but making the shadows flicker is not a good idea.
Devil May Cry.
When I saw the flickering shadows, I almost wonder if that was like an emulation glitch for a second.
No,
but
it's like that on the PlayStation. Yeah.
All right.
No, that's just what happens when you have stripes like that on a lower resolution.
No, I think it was actually a design decision, because the other stripes don't vibrate.
Yeah.
It's just the shadows from the trees.
Yeah, I figured some of the crawling was from the resolution. But also, yeah, it looks like it's deliberately made to wiggle.
Oh my god, that just makes it look worse.
Yeah.
It's like the guys who made this game had a lot of bad ideas.
These fucking spiders that steal my cash.
Fight a bunch of fucking spiders for no reason.
To steal my money.
The reason is video games.
Yes, that's the reason anything happens in this video game.
It would be interesting to know when the developers were, making this game and they had a guy or multiple guys working out, like, planning the levels and the mapping. It would be interesting to see how long it took for whoever made this level, like, how long it took for him to map the whole thing out.
Ugh.
Like,
either forever or 5 minutes.
like, it couldn't have been more than a day, right?
I don't know, probably not.
I could draw up a sequence of rooms connected by hallways that teleport you to the places that don't make sense.
Oh well, that tree disappeared.
Oh, well, I guess I wanted that tree to stay here? Oh, well.
Whatever, at least he's dapper.
So those are the only 2 trees we can do now, because we have those doors for them. So we slap them on and they're fixed. Oh, that guy stole my cash. He ran off with my cash.
So at this point of the game, do you have all the available, like, combat abilities?
Yeah.
Did you get all the available combat abilities, like, very early on in the game?
Pretty early on, because people just wanted me to get them right away. I mean, like, the Soul Robber goes up to 4 hits.
Wow, 4 hits.
Yeah, 4-hit combo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that you're upgraded all the way, are you?
I'm not, I'm upgraded all the way on the Soul Robber, and I'm upgraded all the way on the fire thing, I think?
So I have everything that matters.
Yeah, I think I'm upgraded on Pumpkin King Jack. I'm not certain. I know for sure I'm not upgraded all the way on all the presents for Santa Jack, but who gives a shit? Because they are useless.
I don't understand why that is even a thing.
So useless. It's like they had an idea, like, oh, it could be like a mage, like, status effect sort of version that you can use, and then there's a super offensive, Pumpkin King fire thing, and it's like, no, it just doesn't work.
Yep. Get that tree too. So how many trees are there? Pray tell.
Oh, I believe there are 7. There's 7.
Oh god.
This is the 3rd one, I think.
I want to go through the whole game and count every single tree.
It's 7.
Oh well.
We get to do these, and if you fuck them up, you get to do them again.
Oh, you have a time limit.
Yeah, you get a time limit.
Great.
So I'll show you this one because it's short. And like, my main tactic for a lot of this is doing exactly this.
Haha.
It's the easiest way.
What's that banging? Is that in the game?
Yeah.
What?
It's the timer ticking down?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounded like a child banging, like, a bunch of pots or something.
They do that for 30 seconds.
Oh, that's...
It's awful. It's way too much time.
Every single decision in this game is just bad. Just all of them.
God, I used to kind of like this game. What's wrong with me?
If I replace these Oogie doors with the real holiday doors
Oogie door.
Oh, of
I
course.
should be able to put all the doors back in place.
I like how they had, like, a lot of the times they couldn't figure out how to get the player to do something, so they were just like, let's just have Chris Sarandon just say it out loud. I get it. I'll bring this thing back over here and replace it and then come back with the other thing. That's what the player is supposed to do now.
Also, I really enjoy that Jack's flip dodge animation there is really similar to how Bayonetta dodges. It's so strange.
Pretty sure this is pre-Bayonetta, though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is definitely pre-Bayonetta. Wow, I guess all the DMCs are just ripping off this game, huh?
Yeah, this was the trendsetter.
This is the original.
Yeah.
Wow, who knew that Nightmare Before Christmas was originally Resident Evil 4? That's crazy.
It's a huge legacy. Halloween.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I don't need to fight like anybody. This is all about trying not to fight things right now. Initially, when I first thought to do this LP, I thought, oh, I'll just play Danny Elfman music, other Danny Elfman music, over the fights, and that'll be okay. I'll play Oingo Boingo and stuff, because I love Oingo Boingo. But then I was like, no, wait, that's annoying too after a while. Shit.
Ah!
Man, great.
Fucking loud ass noises.
Bwah!
Fighting a dude in a clown suit. What's going on here?
Yeah, that's just the Oogie-fied version of the regular King Goblin, whatever the hell these fucking things are. And they give you way too much time to deal with them. I think they thought they were way harder than they actually made them. Like, ooh, we made these big, scary Oogie-fied monsters. They're gonna be way harder than the regulars. The players are gonna have a rough time with this. It's like, nope.
I love Oogie.
Oh, man.
All of a sudden I wish Giop was here so he could make a bunch of...
Oh, there'd be a great pun for this, and I can't think of it.
The
Dear-
forest.
Dear Thread, make photoshops of a Valentine's Day card featuring Oogie. Make puns. Lots of puns. Bug puns. Burlap sack puns.
Do you realize what you just set in motion?
You figured it out, yeah. Last time I asked him to figure out what Waha meant, if it were an acronym, and that gave me like a page and a half of people posting. Usually it's just people saying, wow, this game is bad. And then like, Ghost Town for the rest of the time.
It's nice when people have things to do besides marvel at how boring this fucking game is.
Yeah, this has got to teach me a lesson here about not LPing really, really boring games. You wouldn't know what it's like, Chip Cheesem. You've only LP'd really exciting, weird, interesting games that inspire conversation.
You'd have no idea how it feels to hate yourself.
You have no idea what it's like to watch your thread haste away. Nobody posting in it.
I've only LP'd one really bad game, and it was Rogue Warrior. The most interesting of bad games.
Yes, the best bad game. Tons of things to talk about with that. Meanwhile, all I have to say is, fun fact, the turkey door in the movie, sometimes it faces the wrong way. It is a continuity error. See, look, that's what I have to work with,
Wow.
alright? That is an actual real fact, and I'm pathetic. This is what you do. You kind of like try to round them up in one place. If you're running out of time, you round them up in one place and you just blast them with the fire jack stuff.
This is the highlight of our videos, because it's when Jack sounds cool, because he's all sped up and he sounds like a friggin' mouse or something. And then we just spend like half an hour being like, oh, that sounds cool. I like it when this is sped up.
Yeah, I like when this whole game is sped up. Boof.
Boom.
Boosh.
So how many moves do you have available to you think for combat? Like
I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shrekified.
Shrekified. Shrek, I lied. Yes. I've got the. I'll wait for the cutscene. It doesn't matter. I'll just dub this over. Idiot. No one cares about the door falling down. Idiot. No one cares.
I care. Gravity confirmed.
Yeah, the door faces the other way in the movie sometimes. It's weird. It's continuity error. Did you know that?
Wow.
Actually, I did.
You have the 1, 2, 3, 4 waha, that thing. And then you have the waha, and then you can grab things and slam them. You can also charge up your grabber and kind of whirly-wind them and then throw them off somewhere, but that's annoying to do a lot of the time, and it's not time efficient. And also, if you have that charge held up and you get hit, you lose the charge.
Okay.
So it sucks. And then you got Firejack, who only spews fire and explodes fire. Then you got Santa Jack, who just throws the 3 different kinds of presents. So that's 10 moves maybe altogether.
Wow, 10 moves for a 33-hour game.
Yep.
Look what I did.
I am touching things.
An Oogie egg.
Don't invite Jack to museums. He'll touch everything. Oh, more of these. How not? Also, there's like 10 enemies too. Like talking about like limited moves. There's like maybe 10 enemies.
Oh yeah.
If you're lucky.
With just like color palette swaps and stuff.
Pretty much. They gave me so much time for that. It was only 3 dudes. What gives? It's so weird that they're like misunderstanding the difficulty curve of their game.
Well, we think it's hard.
I'm betting that there is little to none as far as playtesting goes.
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm sure there is playtesting to go like, does the game function? Is it crashing? Oh, it's not? Okay.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt there is anybody considering game balance.
I'm also positive that when they planned out this game and the amount of like gameplay that was actually in it, chapters and stuff, I'm almost positive. Oh, here's the map again. We have to go down to the bottom, right? They're like, oh, you gotta leave now, so we gotta figure out a way back there. I know the way.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
I'm very glad.
We're safe. I'm positive that they said, okay, we want 24 chapters because that's a nice round number, and you know it's almost 25. Christmas is on the 25th. Get it? Huh? 24, 25. I think that's exactly what they did, and they said, okay, do it. And they thought of maybe 5 chapters for this.
Yeah.
And no one questioned it.
And then they went, oh fuck, we need more stuff. So they made you do all this stuff in the residential district. They had like underground Oogie casino stuff that was pretty unnecessary in regards to the plot and everything. You know, what plot, but... and then they have this, which they had to split into 2 different levels because it was too fucking big and a huge waste of time. This is the first part of this level. We come back here later.
Chip, did you watch the episode before this?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
So you missed the part where everyone is basically doing what they do at the end of most video games, which is like congratulating the hero and sending them off to like the major battle with the bad guy.
to fight the bad guy.
And it's like we have more than what? We're like halfway through the freaking game,
Like
or
a little,
something?
like at the time, we were like less than 2/3 of the way through.
Oh god.
Like I think that happened in episode 17 or 16, and there's 24 chapters, and they were just being like, "Goodbye, hero. Go fight that Oogie. He'll never take over Halloween Town." It's like, wait, but there's still like 7 chapters to like reach the guy. Don't congratulate me yet.
Oh god.
Because they put so much into the journey there.
Yeah.
They put, you know, you have to go to Spiral Hill, you have to go to the Hinterlands, you have to go back in the Hinterlands, have the next episode, then you go back to the Hinterlands again, and then you get to Christmas Town, and then there's another chapter at that, and then you fight the boss. The boss. And I actually kind of like the final boss fight, but that's only in comparison to the heap of shit that is the rest of this game, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, I thought it was thematically appropriate. You'll see.
Okay.
This game is just a heap of trash.
Can you double jump?
You can fancy jump, but you can't double jump. You can triple jump, and on the triplest, the last jump, you can do a really fancy flip at the end. That flip is slightly higher than the other jumps you do, so you can use it to get up to places that are just barely out of your regular little cartwheel range.
Right.
It's really dumb.
I'm just trying to see how many more parallels I can draw to Devil May Cry.
Also, your side jump is the same sort of thing.
All right.
The devil is crying right now. As I'm
There is a devil in this world, but not in this game.
Hmm.
He was not included in this game, for shame.
You know something has gone wrong with your game when I can
Hey.
say the Nightmare Before Christmas section of Kingdom Hearts is way more fun.
Yeah, it is.
Alone in the Hinterlands. If you swap the facing with real doors, the path should open for you.
They also had to have Sally here to explain this stupid mechanic.
that was already explained.
Yeah, in case you didn't understand it yet.
Okay, so you had to leave to put these doors here so you can get the real doors so you can go back to the trees and put the real doors in?
Yeah, because when you take these out, this happens.
Oh.
So you can't go to the Hinterlands no more.
That is padding defined.
I know, right? The whole Hinterlands is just padding.
So you have to do the same thing, but twice.
Yeah, same thing twice. Yep. Oh, it's back again.
Oh, and then we get to watch this fucking cutscene over and over again.
And it's even more dumber because in the movie he just, lets the thing unfurl through sheer will of being, Jack Skellington.
Mm-hmm.
Sheer will of musical. Oh, it's over. That was weird.
Oh, thank God. Alright, what we got? Bad. Damn!
Yeah. Whoa! Oh, emulation.
Back, boo-boo. Baby got back, boo-boo.
Exclamation marks count! I should have thought of a better term for this!
Harp.
Yeah. And if we did well on that, we'd get Mr. Hyde. Yay? The lovable Mr. Hyde?
Congratulations!
You've just wasted your time yet again!
What a prize!